Hi there, my name is Scott. I just thought I'd give you guys a bit of an update today on some of the things that we've been working on in both the LTSP and the MATE desktop communities. I'm a contributor to both of these projects on the internet. For those of you who've never heard of either before, the LTSP project is the Linux Terminal Server project, and it's a project that basically allows you to take thin clients or older hardware, minus their hard disks, and turn them into bootable Linux desktops, getting all their information and display over the network. The MATE desktop is the fork of the old original GNOME 2 desktop that we've all come to know and love, and it's basically continuing on the development of GNOME 2. The two of them combined make a wonderful enterprise level desktop. So today I'll just sort of show you, we've had a bit of a hack fest going on this week in LTSP. Before, we've had our own display manager that we wrote on the project that allowed us to get the users logged in and establish the SSH tunnel that we use to tunnel our desktop information over. But one of the long-standing feature requests that we've had is from the different desktops is to have the ability to run the display manager that's unique for that desktop. So, for instance, if you're wanting to run the K desktop, KDM, you usually want to have the K desktop display manager running to provide you the sort of consistent look and feel that you're used to with the K desktop. GNOME people want to have, of course, GDM or light DM, and people who are running, who are in resource-reduced environments, or trying to make do with older hardware, usually want to run something a little bit lighter. So they may use Slim for their display manager and XFCE or similar for their desktop. So one of the things we've been working on this week is redoing some of our environment within LTSP. We've actually written a PAM module that allows us to establish the SSH tunnel, which means that we can now run a full desktop directly from the display manager. So I'll show you the boot up, and then we'll show you a little bit of the MATE desktop. So 1 second here. So this is a thin client. It's basically an Intel micro ATX board that I've got in a case, and here you can see it's going out over the network. It's grabbing the kernel and everything, and bringing it across. Here you can see it booting up. And basically now it's starting up X. It's going to start the display manager, and you'll see the login here in a minute. At that point, what we're going to do is we're going to log in, and it's basically here we're running light DM, so it's exactly the same as it regularly would be. So we'll get ourselves logged in here. And there we go. We're logged into the desktop using a standard display manager. This presents a wonderful, consistent login right from the word go here. So you're using the GNOME desktop with light DM. It's the same GTK widget set that you're used to. Here we're actually running the other project that I'm involved in is the MATE desktop, and you can see here that it looks pretty much like the standard GNOME desktop, which is the entire point of the project. Basically, the project is currently being headed up by our project leader, Stefano Carapazis, and we've got several developers that are working for it. We've got packaging going. It's one of the offered desktops in Linux Mint. We're currently working on trying to address some compatibility issues to submit it to the Debian archive. And currently there's work by one of our developers, Dan, who's working on getting it into the next version of Fedora. So it's the standard GNOME desktop that you've come to know and love, but with some real performance increases and also a lot of bug fixes as well. So right here, I'll just sort of show off starting a couple of applications and give you a bit of an overview of some of the things that have been happening in the desktop. Here I'll start up our file manager, which is Kaja. One of our developers, Jasmine Ora, has spent a lot of time fixing some bugs and doing some performance improvements in the old Nautilus file manager. So there's been some real nice changes coming in under that. You can see that standard GNOME type applications here. We'll start up LibreOffice. So there's LibreOffice up and running, and all of this is coming in over the network. None of this is running on the local thin client itself, and all the applications that you're used to. So we'll start up Iceweasel here. So it's really quite a nice desktop. For those of you who are used to running the GNOME 2 desktop in, like myself, in an enterprise type environment, I have 190 users with thin clients we're running GNOME 2, and we'll be switching them over shortly to running Mate. So and continue on the same desktop that they know and love and are used to. But with some speed improvements and some bug fixes. So if you're interested in either one of these projects, you can stop by the LTSP project, and you'll find that at http://ltsp.org, and the Mate desktop is available at mate-desktop.org. So pop on by, say hello, and check out the stuff. Thanks. Have a good one.